We all engage in sales. This might surprise you. You might picture a fast-talking character, someone with a slick suit and a rehearsed pitch. But that image is outdated. Sales, in its truest form, is about moving others. It's about persuading, convincing, and influencing. Think about it. A doctor persuades a patient to adopt a healthier lifestyle. A teacher convinces students of the importance of learning. An entrepreneur pitches an idea to investors. These are all acts of selling. They are about moving people to a new understanding or a new action. We are all in the business of moving others, every single day of our lives, whether we carry the title of salesperson or not. The traditional notion of sales often carries a negative connotation. Many associate it with manipulation or high-pressure tactics. However, the landscape has shifted dramatically. In a world saturated with information, the old ways no longer work. People are more informed, more discerning, and more resistant to being sold to. Instead, they seek genuine connection and authentic value. This means the skills required to move others effectively have evolved. It's less about pushing a product and more about pulling people towards a solution that genuinely benefits them. This shift makes sales skills more crucial than ever, not just in business, but in almost every human interaction where we seek to make a positive impact or achieve a shared goal. Consider the vast array of professions where these skills are indispensable. A scientist needs to persuade funding bodies of the merit of their research. A nonprofit leader must move donors to support their cause. Even within a family, parents often find themselves selling the idea of eating vegetables or doing homework. The ability to understand another's perspective, to communicate clearly, and to build trust are fundamental human skills. They are the bedrock upon which successful interactions are built. Recognizing that we are all, in some capacity, salespeople, allows us to approach these interactions with greater intentionality and effectiveness, fostering better outcomes for everyone involved. It's about shared understanding. Therefore, mastering the art of moving others isn't just for those with sales in their job title. It's a fundamental skill for navigating the complexities of modern life. It's about connection, understanding, and creating mutual benefit. When we reframe sales in this broader, more human context, we can begin to appreciate its true power and its universal applicability. The core principles of effective selling are, in essence, the core principles of effective human interaction. They empower us to communicate better, to understand deeper, and to build stronger, more meaningful relationships in every facet of our professional and personal lives, leading to more successful and fulfilling engagements. The salesperson of yesteryear is a relic. Think of the door-to-door encyclopedia seller, or the used car dealer with a rehearsed spiel. These figures relied on information asymmetry. They knew more than the customer. That power dynamic has flipped. Today, customers often walk in with more information than the salesperson. They've done their research online. They've read reviews. They've compared prices. The old tactics of aggressive persuasion and information hoarding are not just ineffective, they are counterproductive. They breed distrust and push potential customers away, creating an adversarial environment rather than a collaborative one. This necessitates a complete reinvention of the sales role. Today's successful salesperson is more like an artisan. They are a consultant, a problem solver, and a trusted advisor. They don't push products, they provide solutions. They don't rely on scripts, they engage in genuine conversations. Their primary goal is not to close a deal at any cost, but to build a relationship founded on understanding and mutual benefit. This shift requires a different set of skills and a different mindset. It demands empathy, the ability to listen deeply, and the capacity to see the world from the customer's perspective. It's about co-creating value, not just extracting it, and understanding the long-term implications of every interaction. This new breed of salesperson understands that trust is their most valuable currency. It is earned slowly, through consistent honesty, reliability, and a genuine commitment to the customer's success. They are transparent in their dealings and are not afraid to admit when a product or service isn't the right fit. This honesty, paradoxically, often makes them more effective in the long run. It builds a reputation for integrity that attracts customers rather than repels them. They become a go-to resource, someone customers seek out for advice and guidance, knowing their best interests are being prioritized over a quick sale. The modern sales artisan thrives on connection. They understand that people buy from people they like and trust. Therefore, they invest time in getting to know their customers, their challenges, their aspirations. They are curious and ask thoughtful questions. They seek to understand the underlying needs, not just the surface-level requests. This approach transforms the sales process from a transactional exchange into a collaborative partnership. It's about understanding the why behind the what, ensuring that any solution offered is truly aligned with the customer's deeper objectives and will provide lasting satisfaction and utility, fostering loyalty and repeat business. One of the most critical qualities for anyone looking to move others is attunement. This is more than just empathy. Empathy is feeling someone. Attunement is seeing someone. It's the ability to get out of your own head and see the world from their perspective. It's about understanding their thoughts, their feelings, and their motivations. Without attunement, you're essentially navigating in the dark. You might offer solutions that miss the mark entirely, or communicate in a way that doesn't resonate. Attunement allows you to tailor your approach, your language, and your offerings to the specific individual you're interacting with, making your efforts far more effective. How do you cultivate attunement? It starts with genuine curiosity. Be interested in the other person. Ask open-ended questions that encourage them to share their story, their challenges, and their goals. Listen more than you speak. Pay attention not just to the words they say, but also to their body language, their tone of voice, and the emotions they convey. Try to understand the context of their situation. What pressures are they under? What outcomes are they hoping to achieve? This deep level of understanding is the foundation upon which effective persuasion is built, allowing for a truly personalized and impactful interaction. Research shows that power can diminish attunement. When people feel powerful, they tend to become less focused on others' perspectives. Therefore, it's crucial to approach interactions with a sense of humility. Assume you don't have all the answers. Be open to learning from the other person. This doesn't mean being a pushover. It means recognizing that the most effective way to move someone is to understand where they are coming from first. This humble approach fosters an environment of mutual respect and encourages open dialogue, making the other person more receptive to your ideas. Practicing attunement also involves understanding different communication styles. Some people are direct and data-driven. Others are more relational and respond to stories. Some prefer a lot of detail while others want the big picture. By tuning into these preferences, you can adapt your communication to be more effective. This isn't about being inauthentic. It's about being versatile and considerate. It's about meeting people where they are, so you can guide them to where you believe they can benefit. This adaptability ensures your message is not just heard, but understood and embraced, leading to more positive outcomes. Sales, or any endeavor that involves moving others, is inherently filled with rejection. You will hear no far more often than you hear yes. This is not a reflection of your worth or your ability, it's simply the nature of the game. Therefore, buoyancy, the ability to stay afloat in this ocean of rejection, is an essential quality. It's about resilience, optimism, and the capacity to bounce back from setbacks without losing your enthusiasm or your belief in what you're offering. Without buoyancy, the constant stream of no's can quickly lead to burnout and discouragement, derailing your efforts. One key component of buoyancy is how you explain negative events to yourself, your explanatory style. People with an optimistic explanatory style tend to see rejections as temporary, specific, and external. The timing wasn't right for this client, temporary. This particular offering wasn't a fit, specific. They had budget constraints I couldn't control, external. In contrast, a pessimistic style views setbacks as permanent, pervasive, and personal. This difference in perspective is crucial. An optimistic outlook allows you to learn from rejection and move on, whereas a pessimistic one can lead to a downward spiral of self-doubt. Before important sales calls or interactions, engage in positive self-talk. Remind yourself of your strengths, your past successes, and the value you bring. Frame the interaction not as a high-stakes performance, but as an opportunity to connect and help. After a rejection, take a moment to analyze what happened. What could you have done differently? What did you learn? But don't dwell on it. Reframe it as a learning experience and move forward. This interrogative self-talk, asking, "Can I do this?" rather than stating "I can do this," can actually be more motivating as it elicits reasons for why you can, reinforcing your capability. Buoyancy also involves maintaining a sense of perspective. Not every interaction will result in a sale, and that's okay. Focus on the process, not just the outcome. Celebrate small wins. Maintain activities outside of work that bring you joy and relieve stress. A well-rounded life provides the emotional reserves needed to handle the ups and downs of sales. Remember that each no brings you closer to a yes. It's a numbers game, but it's also a mindset game. Cultivating buoyancy ensures you have the mental fortitude to stay in the game long enough to achieve success, turning potential defeats into stepping stones. Section 5. Clarity. Illuminating the path to value. In today's world, we are drowning in information but starving for wisdom. The sheer volume of choices, data, and opinions can be overwhelming for anyone, including your potential customers. This is where clarity comes in. The ability to cut through the noise, to make sense of complex information, and to help others see their situations in a new light is an incredibly valuable skill. Effective salespeople are no longer just purveyors of information, they are curators of clarity. They help people identify problems they might not even realize they have and then illuminate the path to a solution. One aspect of clarity is problem finding. Often customers might be aware of a symptom but not the underlying issue, or they might not recognize an opportunity for improvement. A great salesperson asks insightful questions and offers fresh perspectives that help customers define their challenges and opportunities more clearly. Instead of just responding to stated needs, they help uncover unstated or latent needs. This ability to frame the problem correctly is often more valuable than simply offering a prepackaged solution. It demonstrates a deeper level of understanding and positions you as a strategic partner. Another crucial element of clarity is the ability to contrast. When people are faced with a choice, framing it effectively can make all the difference. Highlighting what they stand to gain by choosing your solution is important. But sometimes it's even more powerful to clarify what they stand to lose by not choosing it or by sticking with the status quo. This loss aversion can be a strong motivator. The key is to do this ethically and transparently, providing a clear, honest comparison that helps them make an informed decision that is genuinely in their best interest, rather than using fear tactics. Clarity also means communicating your value proposition in a simple, concise, and compelling way. Avoid jargon and overly technical language. Focus on the benefits, not just the features. How will your product or service make their life better, easier, or more successful? Use stories, analogies, and visual aids to make complex ideas more accessible and memorable. The goal is to make it easy for them to understand why your offering is the right choice. When you provide clarity, you empower customers to make confident decisions, reducing their cognitive load and increasing their trust in your guidance. This makes the entire process smoother and more agreeable for everyone. Section 6. Building bridges, the bedrock of trust and connection. At the heart of every successful sales interaction, and indeed most human interactions, lies a foundation of trust and connection. People are far more likely to be moved by someone they trust, someone they feel understands them, and someone with whom they have a genuine rapport. Building these bridges of connection isn't about superficial charm or manipulative tactics. It's about authentic human engagement. It requires honesty, integrity, and a sincere interest in the other person's well-being and success. Without this foundation, even the most compelling product or logical argument may fall on deaf ears. Trust is not built overnight. It is earned incrementally, through consistent actions that demonstrate reliability and good faith. This means being true to your word. If you promise to send information, send it promptly. If you say you'll follow up, follow up. It means being transparent about your offerings, including any limitations they might have. Admitting when you don't know something rather than bluffing also builds trust. Customers appreciate honesty and are more likely to believe you when you do have the answers. This consistency in behavior shows that you are dependable and prioritize their needs. Connection goes beyond just professional courtesy. It involves finding common ground, sharing appropriate personal insights, and showing genuine empathy. Listen actively to what they share, not just about their business needs but also about their personal interests or challenges if they choose to share them. Remembering small details, the name of their child, their favorite sports team, a recent vacation, can show that you are listening and that you care. This doesn't mean becoming overly familiar, but rather fostering a warm, human-to-human interaction that transcends a purely transactional relationship and makes them feel valued. Ultimately, building bridges of trust and connection transforms the sales process from a one-time event into the potential for a long-term partnership. When customers trust you and feel connected to you, they are more likely to become repeat buyers, loyal advocates for your brand, and sources of valuable referrals. They see you not just as a vendor, but as a valued partner invested in their success. This relational approach is far more sustainable and rewarding than any high-pressure tactic, creating a win-win scenario where both parties feel respected and understood, leading to more fruitful and lasting collaborations. Section 7. The Power of the Pause, Mastering Active Listening. In a world eager to speak, the power of truly listening is often underestimated, especially in sales. Many salespeople are so focused on delivering their pitch or explaining their product's features that they forget the most crucial part of communication, hearing what the other person is actually saying. Active listening is not just passively waiting for your turn to talk, it's a dynamic process of fully concentrating, understanding, responding, and then remembering what is being said. It's about making the speaker feel heard and understood, which is fundamental to building trust and uncovering genuine needs. Active listening involves several key behaviors. First, pay undivided attention. Put away your phone, make eye contact, and lean in slightly to show engagement. Avoid interrupting. Let the speaker finish their thoughts completely. Second, demonstrate that you are listening through verbal and nonverbal cues. Nod your head, use encouragers like uh-huh or I see, and maintain an open posture. These signals reassure the speaker that you are present and invested in what they are conveying, encouraging them to share more openly and honestly, providing you with richer information. A powerful technique in active listening is paraphrasing or summarizing what the speaker has said. For example, you might say, "So, if I understand correctly, your main concern is X, and you're looking for a solution that can help you achieve Y. Is that right?" This not only confirms your understanding and allows the speaker to clarify any misinterpretations, but it also makes them feel validated. It shows that you are not just hearing words, but actively processing and comprehending their message. This simple act can dramatically improve the quality of the conversation and prevent misunderstandings down the line. Furthermore, active listening helps you pick up on nuances, the unspoken concerns, the underlying emotions, and the subtle hints that reveal what truly matters to the customer. Sometimes the most important information is not explicitly stated, but implied. By listening with empathy and attunement, you can read between the lines and gain a deeper insight into their world. This deeper understanding allows you to tailor your responses and solutions much more effectively, addressing not just the stated needs but the unstated ones as well, leading to a more resonant and impactful interaction. Section 8. Unlocking Needs, the Art of Incisive Questioning. While active listening is crucial for receiving information, asking the right questions is equally vital for eliciting it. Effective questioning is an art form that allows you to guide the conversation, uncover hidden needs, and help customers articulate their challenges and desires more clearly. Generic questions yield generic answers. Incisive, thoughtful questions, on the other hand, can unlock a wealth of information and demonstrate your expertise and genuine interest. They move the conversation beyond surface-level discussions and delve into the core issues that your product or service can address, making the interaction more productive. There are different types of questions for different purposes. Open-ended questions such as, "Can you tell me more about the challenges you're facing with?" Or, "What would your ideal solution look like?" encourage detailed responses and get the customer talking. Probing questions like, "Why is that particular feature important to you?" Or, "What impact would that have on your team?" help you dig deeper into their motivations and the consequences of their problems. These questions encourage reflection and can often lead the customer to new insights about their own situation. The 5 Whys technique, originally developed by Toyota, can be incredibly effective in sales for getting to the root cause of a problem. When a customer states a need or a problem, ask why repeatedly, though perhaps not literally 5 times in a row to avoid sounding like a child. For example, if a customer says, "We need a faster system," you might ask, "Why do you need a faster system?" They might reply, "Because our current one is slow." Why is a slow system a problem? Because it causes delays. Why are delays an issue? Because we miss deadlines. This process helps uncover the fundamental pain point, which might be far more significant than the initial request suggested. Ultimately, the goal of your questioning should be to understand the customer's world so thoroughly that you can offer a solution that truly resonates. Good questions show you're not just trying to sell something, but that you're genuinely trying to help. They shift the dynamic from a pitch to a consultation. When customers feel that you are asking intelligent questions designed to understand their unique circumstances, they are more likely to trust your recommendations and see you as a valuable partner in their success, rather than just another vendor trying to make a sale. This collaborative approach builds stronger relationships. Section 9. From transaction to transformation, delivering enduring value. The ultimate aim of mastering sales in this modern, human-centered approach is not merely to complete a transaction, it's to facilitate a transformation for the customer, however big or small. This means focusing on delivering enduring value that extends far beyond the initial purchase. When you help a customer solve a significant problem, achieve a critical goal, or operate more effectively, you are not just selling a product or service, you are contributing to their success and well-being. This perspective shifts the focus from short-term gains to long-term relationships and impact. Providing value starts with a deep understanding of the customer's needs, as we've discussed, but it continues with ensuring the solution you offer is genuinely the best fit, even if it means recommending a less expensive option, or in some cases, admitting that your offering isn't right for them at all. This honesty, while it might seem counterintuitive to old sales models, builds immense trust and credibility. Customers remember those who prioritize their best interests, and this integrity often leads to future business or referrals, creating a more sustainable and ethical practice. Value delivery doesn't end when the contract is signed. Post-sale follow-up, ensuring customer satisfaction, and providing ongoing support are crucial components of a value-driven approach. Check in to see if they are getting the expected benefits from your product or service. Offer additional tips, resources, or training if needed. This continued engagement shows that you are committed to their success over the long haul, not just interested in making the initial sale. It reinforces their decision to choose you and transforms them into loyal advocates who appreciate the sustained support. Ultimately, when you focus on delivering transformative value, sales becomes a deeply rewarding profession. It's about making a positive difference in people's lives or businesses. It's about problem solving, helping, and guiding. This approach not only leads to greater sales success but also fosters a sense of purpose and fulfillment. By consistently striving to understand, connect, and provide genuine, lasting value, you move beyond mere persuasion to become a trusted partner, an agent of positive change, and a true artisan in the craft of moving others humanely and effectively. Section 10. The continuous journey. Embracing sales as a human endeavor. Mastering the art of moving others, or sales as we've redefined it, is not a destination, but a continuous journey. The principles we've explored, attunement, buoyancy, clarity, relationship building, active listening, incisive questioning, and value delivery, are not skills you learn once and perfect. They require ongoing practice, reflection, and refinement. The market changes, customer needs evolve, and new communication tools emerge. Therefore, a commitment to lifelong learning and adaptation is essential for sustained success in this deeply human endeavor of connecting with and influencing others positively. Think of these skills like muscles. The more you use them, the stronger they become. Seek out opportunities to practice them in various contexts, not just in formal sales situations. Pay attention to your interactions with colleagues, friends, and family. How can you be more attuned to their perspectives? How can you communicate more clearly? How can you build stronger connections? Every interaction is a chance to hone these fundamental human skills, making you not only a better salesperson but a more effective communicator and a more empathetic individual in all areas of your life. Don't be afraid to experiment and learn from your experiences, especially from those interactions that don't go as planned. Rejection and setbacks are not failures, they are feedback. They provide valuable insights into what works and what doesn't. Embrace a growth mindset, believing that your abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. Seek feedback from trusted mentors or colleagues. Read books, listen to podcasts, and stay curious about new ideas and approaches in the art and science of persuasion and human connection, always looking for ways to improve your craft. Ultimately, remember that at its core, selling is human. It's about understanding other people, connecting with them authentically, and helping them achieve their goals. When you approach it with integrity, empathy, and a genuine desire to serve, it becomes a fulfilling and impactful way to engage with the world. So, take these principles, apply them diligently, and embark on your own journey to becoming more effective at moving others, not through manipulation, but through genuine understanding and the creation of mutual value. This path will lead to more than just sales, it will lead to more meaningful connections.